Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Monday the 30th of July 2018. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. And as it's a Monday, we'll take a look at things from a weekly basis. Really the story of last week is one of gains by currencies against the US dollar, and I've highlighted three such examples here: the Mexican peso, the Brazilian real and the South African rand. The dollar for its part, as dollar index, finished the week up 0.21% and trading around 94.65, but I don't think despite that we could classify it as a week of dollar strength, simply because the Mexican peso, for example, has taken 2.11% off the US currency. The South African rand has made gains of 1.9%, and the Brazilian real fought back to claw back 1.48% off of the US currency. So those three trade related and emerging market currencies clawing back gains against the US currency and doing so quite successfully. In terms of gains made elsewhere, Bitcoin added 6% over the last week, and Ether 3.36%, and interestingly Bitcoin remains above that key 8,000 level. Okay, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. A relatively light calendar, although we'll be making up for this later in the week. But to come at 7 AM GMT, we will have leading indicator data out of Switzerland for the month of July. At 8:30 GMT, we'll have mortgage approvals data from the UK for the month of June. And then at 9 o'clock, Eurozone business climate data for July. And it'll be interesting to see how trade wars and the perceptions of further tariffs have impacted the business climate data in the Eurozone. And then at midday, HICP, or Harmonised Index of Consumer Prices data out of Germany for the month of July. At 1400, pending home sales from the US for the month of June, and then a significant break until 2245 when we'll get New Zealand building permits data for the month of June. And at 2301 we shall have consumer confidence data out of the UK. This is unofficial data compiled by GfK. And at 2330, jobs and unemployment data for the month of June from Japan. Okay then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye over the weekend. First of all, US Q2 GDP data showed the fastest growth rate in the country since 2014. Very impressive numbers there, and President Trump's been very quick to blow his own horn, shall we say, about that data. Japanese retail sales, meanwhile, beat across the board in June, and the beat here was at least as impressive as that in the US data. The question is then, is the consumer feeling more confident and spending again in Japan? 1 month might not be enough to make that call, but certainly it's something we should keep an eye on going forward. Meanwhile, the US has warned of visa moves against Cambodia after what it calls flawed elections in the country. The US is likely to try and restrict the movement of key Cambodian officials and politicians after what it called, as I say, flawed elections in the country. The FOMC and the NFP are among the big data points coming up in the week ahead, so it is a bumper week despite us moving into August. There's plenty to look forward to in the markets this week. Okay, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. So why not think about this? Tech heavyweights, the so-called FAANG stocks, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix and Google have been the main drivers for US equities in recent times. But after sharp falls in Facebook last week, could their influence and momentum be reducing? And the charts here from Bespoke Investment Group try to answer that question. What we see here in the top chart is a plot of the US 500 index in dark blue and its performance since December 17. The index performance in red X the FAANG stocks, and the FAANG contribution here in the light blue colour. And as you can see, the FAANGs have started to turn down, presumably on the back of that significant fall in Facebook last week. And the charts at the bottom show us the performance year to date through the 25th of July and the 26th of July, try to isolate the impact that the FAANG stocks have made. Okay, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of leverage products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative. Thank you for your time.